the Jaxson Dart, do you play him? Do you ease him in? They looked uninspired against the Chiefs, and I'm just not sure when is a good time to bring in a rookie
Now,
quarterback. Now?
now, it's the look. I respect Russ. I really do. I respect his entire career, his process, how he's conducted himself, all that. I think obviously we have to kind of look in, with proper context, the performance that he had a week ago against Dallas. I think we saw what Dallas is defensively. We saw it yesterday. They're going to struggle. They'll be the worst defense in the league this year. We also saw what Russ looks like against a championship caliber defense, which is what Kansas City has. And we saw how he looked in crunch time. It's like I couldn't understand some of the decision making he was that you saw on display from him late in that football game, throwing the football out of the back of the end. It's like, Russ, what are you doing? Like, you're not even giving your guys a chance. What are you like? Come on. Like, I don't believe in the whole you ruin quarterbacks um, by playing them too early. In particular, well, let me put it this way. It's a case by case thing. We saw it last year with Drake May. Maybe a lot of people thought you would ruin Drake May in his rookie season if you played him too early. He inspired the football team. Okay, you thought, maybe in Washington, Jaden Daniels, can he handle being the starting quarterback from week one? Yeah, he handled it just fine. He took him all the way to the NFC title game. I think Jackson played a lot of football at Ole Miss. He was very well schooled at an SEC school. He infuses that football team with confidence. You can see they're starting to lose Malik Neighbors from a mental standpoint. He looked so distraught again last night. It's like, look, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to kind of like safeguard the rest of the football team, as far as keeping these guys engaged. And I think Jackson could do that for the rest of this team. He could give them some hope. He could give the fan base some hope, although they're not the ones playing the games. Long story short, put him in there now.
But do you
They can do enough to put him in there now.
put him in there for a home game against the Chargers or a road game against the Saints?
I think I had mentioned like back in the preseason that game against the Saints on the road would probably be a good time to put him in there, because he's on the road against maybe a quote unquote inferior opponent than what the Chargers look like right now. So maybe that is the time. I don't know. I would just do it much sooner rather than later. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it this coming week. Obviously, you would like for it to be a setup to where he could come out of the gates really humming and on fire and feeling confident and not having the weight of the home crowd on his shoulders. But I don't think Jackson really cares. I think the guy's played enough football at a high enough level when you're talking about college to where he doesn't really care about that. And honestly, this offense, the kind of things that they do with this offense when he's in there, the way they run the hurry up, the way in which they spread it out and kind of have him do a lot of the things he did at Ole Miss. Look, I think that's going to work regardless of whether you're in New Orleans or you're at home against a tough opponent like the Chargers. Just put him in there. This team they need an infusion of energy because right now, I mean, they just look like dead man walking again. And how many years has that been the case at the beginning of the season with the Giants consecutively now? It's just the same old story.